guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're finally going to talk about my Tirzepatide journey. So to start off this video, I do have notes here on the side of how I want to have this video organized and with timestamps. So I think first we're going to talk about the information base and then I'll show clips. I got my medication or my prescription from a place that is a spa, which is called Juvly's Aesthetics here in Minnesota. I love them to pieces. They're amazing. So I went through them instead of going through like those Instagram programs. I'm sorry. I needed to be somewhere physical where I could trust, where I can get like blood work done and just all that other stuff. So I went with my spa here in Minnesota and I have zero regrets because obviously my experience was just amazing. The spa has a commitment of 4 months. It's a 4-month plan just to be on it. You can continue if you want. So I was only on it for 4 months. I am done. I'm completely done with the program. Now you guys know the location. Now you guys know that I was on it for 4 months. Let's talk about the process. So I went in, I had an appointment. My doctor's name is Jordan. She's amazing. I'm gonna leave her information right over here. That's my girl. Every single girl there, everyone at this whole company is just, I love them. But we sat down, we chatted about like how much weight I wanted to lose. She took some photos of me. I got on the scale, she got my weight. Then she talked about the 2 plans that they had. I don't remember the name of the first plan, but that one was $399 every month. For the medication, I know it's a lower form of Tirzepatide, the one that I did. You still get the same effects, but it's a little bit slower on the weight loss and there's less side effects. The second option is the one that I did, which is Tirzepatide, which quote unquote has like the most side effects. And that one was $499 every month, so $500 every month. Obviously, I chose the $499 because chop chop on delay. We're trying to do this fast. And I trusted myself. I just had a feeling that it was gonna go perfect for me, and I was right. I am like the oddball of everything because we're gonna talk about my side effects. Actually, before I even start talking about the side effects, let's start about the process. I chose the $4.99, which is Tirzepatide. They mail you the medication to your house and you get the needles, you get alcohol like wipes to clean the area where you're gonna inject yourself, and then the medication. So once it arrived, I was in charge of injecting myself. If I'm not mistaken, so this is what it comes in. And then it comes in a glass bottle and then they send you needles. I don't know if I can show it, so I'm just gonna hold it like this. If I'm not mistaken, we first started injecting myself with, I think it was 45 units, like 0.35 ml units, which is really low, for the first 2 weeks. And then after that, we hopped on to 0.62. And then we ended up doing 0.75. Here's the kicker. I never got to 1 full ml, like never. With the small doses that I did weekly, in the first month, I lost 15 pounds. I was losing about like 3 pounds to 4 every week, which is crazy. The second month, I lost another 15 pounds. And then month 3, I lost about 5 pounds. Because like I started losing all the weight like really fast, and I was having 0 side effects. Part of the Tirzepatide is having nausea, no nausea. If you are not careful, hair loss as well, but I did not have that either. And then constipation. I did research before taking Tirzepatide, so I saw that those were all side effects. So what I did to prepare myself, I was taking biotin every single morning. I drank, this is the water bottle that I bought especially for my Tirzepatide journey. This is a hydro jug. This one is, if I'm not mistaken, how many ounces is this? 32. So my goal was to drink 2.5 of these every single day. And I did. So drinking water, 2.5 of these a day, taking my biotin, and then I would take Miralax every other day, which is Miralax powder. I'll leave it right here to go to the bathroom. I would take it every other day or every 2 days, and then I bumped up on the fiber intake. I took tons of stuff that had fiber. I would just eat stuff that had fiber, and then I drink protein. I drink protein every single morning. This is the protein that I drink, and your girl had 0 side effects. I think the only thing was, which is not even a side effect, on injection days I would just get tired and I would nap. And once I napped and woke up, I was fine. But that's it. Other than that, I was not throwing up, no hair loss, absolutely nothing. So that's what I mean by I am the weird one of it, because technically with Tirzepatide, I'm supposed to be like nauseous. I'm supposed to have all these side effects, and your girl is just chill. I feel like if you do your research and you figure out what the side effects are of whatever medication you want to take, or like the process, and you can prep yourself prior, you will have a better experience. And I feel like me preparing myself prior and getting well educated before even starting, I think that's why I've had such an amazing experience, because I prepped for it, if that makes sense. So yeah, side effects, nothing over here. Obviously, if you're going to be on this Tirzepatide, I recommend protein every day. This is the one that I drink. I recommend biotin pills and vitamin pills as well. I'll leave them right here. Drink a lot of water and Miralax and fiber. Highly recommend that. And stay away from any fatty foods. Fatty foods will make you sick. If you eat stuff that's like deep fried in oil and stuff like that, it's gonna make you sick. Point blank period. So, and if you're trying to be on Tirzepatide to lose weight, you shouldn't be eating greasy fat food. Yeah, that's just saying. So for the end of my last 2 months, since I had really lost 30 pounds in the first 2 months, we lowered my dose completely to 0.35, which is basically what I started with, which is like super low. And I still ended up losing a grand total of 41 pounds, even though I was on a low dose. 41 pounds. 41 pounds. So this whole process was more towards my health, basically, because I said I didn't want to turn 30, which was going to be in May. When I started, this was in November. I said I didn't want to turn 30 and be the way that I was. I was unhappy. Clothes did not fit me. My breathing was off. I was using my inhaler. I wasn't as active as I normally would be outside doing activities. And I just didn't feel comfortable anymore, and I stopped taking pictures. I stopped filming. I just wasn't myself anymore, and I was not happy. So that's why I made the decision to do this, or to do that, and I don't regret it, because I am the healthiest I've ever been. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember the last time I weighed 139 and actually felt like completely healthy, because I used to model back then in the day, and you know how that goes, modeling, you know, exercise and overdoing it. But I think even when I was modeling, I was like 150, which is crazy. And to be at 139 and just feel this good, and keep in mind, since I started my Tirzepatide journey and I started losing weight, I have not used my inhaler, not even once. My inhaler is hanging out right over there. I should carry it in my purse, but I have not had an asthma attack. I've had no need to use it, which I'm so happy about. And I've just been really good and very healthy. I'm gonna insert a couple of clips. I did film myself every week with my weight and what I look like. So let's roll that clip. Okay. For real, this is the first injection. It's in. Oh my god. Okay, 1, 2, 3. First one's done. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna go put this in the fridge. Okay. Okay, I'm done. Week 7, I am 156. Side. Back. I'll lift my arms. We are on week 10. 148. We're gonna do, I did this side. Last time, so we're gonna go right here. There you go. Side view. Back. This side. Right. Morning. This is week 11, which is basically the units that I started with. So we're currently at 146.4. I lost 2 pounds, 2 pounds and some ounces. So we're gonna repeat the routine again. We're gonna inject ourselves with 38 units. I've been really good on drinking my vitamins and fiber, eating a lot of fiber. It's just all has to do with how you eat and how you take care of yourself. So I've been doing really good, and I'm going to continue like that. 5, 36, 37, 38. My tummy's super flat. BTW, I don't care if this is TMI, I'm actually on my period. So look at this bloating. There's none. No bloating. That's all that. Okay, let's continue. So front, side, back. The back fat's gone. For my whole process of 4 months, if I'm not mistaken, I spent a grand total of about $2,500 on my whole Tirzepatide journey, and I lost 41, 42 pounds, whatever you want to call it, because of the points. That was 100% worth it, in my opinion. I look great. My face is not puffy. Well, that's another thing. The Tirzepatide automatically, like as soon as I started, it does help with inflammation in your body. So my puffiness went down. I lost weight. I feel healthy. I haven't used my asthma for 2,000 and a half. 100% worth it. I look good. I feel good. I look great. We're living, we're thriving, and I highly recommend it. I just wish people would stop putting people down for taking actions when they know they're not in a good spot, because I feel like today everyone is just like, oh, you're losing weight, what are you doing? And then you'll be like, oh, I'm on a GPL1 or I'm Tirzepatide. They're like, oh, you're on that Ozempic. One, it's not Ozempic. There's Ozempic, there's whatever, there's so many different kinds, and each body is different and each person is different. And in my head, I'm like, why are you critiquing and judging someone that decided to do something for their health? Yeah, crickets. I decided to do Tirzepatide because I did my research and it was better than Ozempic. Ozempic is very hit or miss, whatever. And that's why I chose Tirzepatide, and I don't regret it. So if someone does want to critique you and put their say, just remind them that when you look healthy again and you lose the weight you want to do, whatever you want to use Tirzepatide for, even to get pregnant, because it does make you more fertile too. So if you use Tirzepatide to get fertile, cool. Or if you use it to lose weight or to control your asthma, whatever, just remind that person where they were when you were at your worst or you were feeling your worst, and see what their answer is. Because when I was at 181 pounds, unhealthy, struggling, using my pump, nobody was there. And nobody was there to give me suggestions, and nobody was there to tell me, hey, do this, do that. But when you start losing the weight, in my case, and I start to look better and healthy, that's when everyone's like, oh, you look so great, you should have done that. So to the point that I want to get to, don't listen to people. Don't let them get to your head. If you decide to do this, do it for you and forget about the world. You can do what I did. I kept this completely a secret, the whole process. Everyone's going to find out at the same time, which is literally when I'm done, 4 months out. I went ghost on everybody for 2 months. I stopped posting. I did get sick too, by the way, during that time. But I was sick with something else. And I ended up in the hospital. That's a whole different story. But I went ghost all of the first 2 months, and then I showed up out of nowhere 30 pounds down. You don't need to explain anything to anyone. You do not need to give anyone explanations of what you're doing in your life and why you're doing it. Just do what makes you happy, and yeah. Y como dice mi mamá, la gente siempre van a opinar y van a criticar, pero lo único que me importa es que tú estés feliz. She's saying. People are always going to critique. People are always going to judge. Just do you, boo. Do what makes you happy, and if you need to do it in silence, do it in silence. And low-key, you don't have to tell anybody that you are on a Tirzepatide, Ozempic, whatever the heck you're on. Just do it and just keep it on the low. And then when you're done, if people want to know and if you want to talk about it, talk about it. Because in reality, honestly, I was never even going to talk about my experience. I was just going to keep it quiet because I didn't want people yapping at me. But then I got to a point where I'm like, no, this is not how the world works. So this is why we're here today. And I knew that once I spoke up, people were going to want to know information of like my doctor, where'd I go, price point, how much weight did I lose, side effects. And it's like, I'm the type of person that likes to share my knowledge. I've been doing this for 10 years. I love sharing. Sharing is caring. So this is why we're here today. And to the point that I want to get to, don't listen to people. If you want to get on the Tirzepatide, if you want to get on Ozempic, if you want to get on whatever you want to get on, just do whatever you want to do and don't listen to people. Do what makes you happy. Point blank period. Honestly, the only regret I have is not doing this sooner. If I would have just stopped paying attention to what people were saying in the world about this journey, I would have done it sooner. That is my only regret, not doing this sooner. But it's okay. I got it done. I'm here. I did it. I'm going to turn 30 and we're just going to keep thriving. That is just the main goal. Obviously in the description down below, I'm going to leave the clinic, my doctor, the medication name, and any links that you guys want or any questions that you guys want answered. Also leave them in the comments and I will respond to you guys. And I'm pretty sure that even if you live in a different state, you can get treated by my doctor. You guys can do virtual calls and all that stuff, which is super cool. And they have clinics everywhere in the USA, which is amazing. And yeah, I'm super happy. I'm happy that I can get this out of the way now and you guys know about it. But I knew you guys were going to notice because I've been posting more here on YouTube. My face looks different, my body looks different, everything looks different, and I'm just happier. And I'm talking more like I used to. But yeah, I'm going to stop yapping. This has been my Tirzepatide journey, and I am out of here. Bye, guys.